So the final episode is finally here, and it doesn't disappoint. We're going to see how things play out for our heroes. So the basic synopsis is that Andor returns to Ferrix and the rebellion starts in earnest. So freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously. So oppression is the mask of fear. Remember that. So the finale of Andor was really great. And I was actually surprised that Benjamin Caron directed it. And the things that they brought to bear were very moving. And it was wonderful how they just crystallized everything from the whole season. But it left me with some questions. And some of the questions are, if they were able to do this with Andor, why didn't they do this with the trilogy as far as writing? And why didn't Disney do some of the stuff that they did in Andor with Kenobi? And those are just some passing questions. Andor itself, while the pacing at times was very slow, the writing was superb. So what made this such a great episode? So the things that made this such a great episode is that I believe that they brought that slow pacing to the first part of the episode, and then they started really building the pacing over the course of this particular episode. So it was almost like the pacing, the slow pacing that nobody liked, or at least the slow pacing that kind of triggered me. They had that at the beginning of the episode, but it was just mounting, and then they just crossed into they just sort of sped it up like it was the Flash. And so I thought that really worked as far as the movement of activity inside of the episode. Also, I really found that the writing really was superb. And I gave some quotes, and those were quotes from the manifesto. There were some aspects that, frankly, to be honest, were a little bit corny. Like there was a whole scene, and this is a spoiler, with Cyril and Miro, and I thought that was a little bit on the corny side. So that was an example of something that was corny. But I think overall, everything that they did worked. So for example, the speech, the Marva speech, I pretty much I knew that it was coming. There wasn't really, I didn't really have the impression that there wasn't going to be a rebellion. I knew that the funeral was going to turn into a planetary rebellion. That was pretty clear. And that was really foreshadowed by the young man making a bomb to avenge his father. So that's about all I want to say for this video. And especially because I'm currently working on another video in which I want to go through every single episode as a cohesive body and just talk about what they did right and what maybe they could improve with the whole season. I've already started that. So if you liked what you heard, give me a thumbs up and peace.